Hello, and welcome to the secret side session of Final Fantasy Pathfinder. It is the middle of the night. We're tucked away in a hidden call on the side of Discord in a separate Roll20 game because tomorrow's session, uh, this young lady here with me, say hi,
Hi.
will be joining. Will be joining into the campaign, at least in a passing cursory basis. To prep for that, we're running here a session 0 for her Aegyl. Would you like to introduce your character, Jasmine?
Oh boy, I've always introduced
Oh, you're
introduce a
chopping out there
character.
for me.
Oh boy, I've always wanted to introduce a character.
There you go. Describe yourself and explain what you look like is the critical thing. What class are you? What race are you? Where do you live? This is her first time playing, I think, any Dungeons and Dragons really, aside from our little experimental thing years ago, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
This is her first time playing like formalized, rule-based Pathfinder Dungeons and Dragons proper. So yeah, she'll be learning on the fly here, which is kind of why we're doing this side session. But yeah, what does your character look like? Well, first of all, what's her name?
Well, her name is Lumaya, Luma for short,
Mm-hmm.
Izagure,
Mm-hmm.
and she is a beautiful angel.
Angel. Yeah.
She has light brown skin and some puffy light blue hair, and she dresses in the traditional lightweight garb of Aegyl. Hers
Mm-hmm.
happens to be white with slight gold accents, and she has a cool cape that is navy purple. And
Here's
her
her sprite.
wings are as and her wings are a dark navy, almost ink black, to blend in with the night.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. You live in the town of Aegyloft. You Luma, if you prefer that shortened name. You live in the town of Aegyloft, at the northern end of Border Canyon, separating the continent, the kind of eastern half and the western half. Um, where we're picking up here. You're you're here. You're in town. Um, your family is there with you. They're taking to their evening of exploring around, looking for animals to hunt. If I'm understanding your backstory and everything for your parents, Jasmine.
Yes,
this, this sounds
that
like
is
radio
indeed.
lag.
No, that is indeed what my parents do.
hmm
My
Um,
family helps work with nocturnal animals and writing down what they do and also how to defeat them.
so yeah, you find yourself at your home in the town of Aegyloft with evening upon you. What are you doing?
Well, I'm probably taking a nap.
Okay, you nap for some number of hours. Eventually, you wake up. What are you doing?
Well, now that it's nighttime, I'm awake because I rest mostly during the day.
Okay.
And now that it is nighttime, I've decided to maybe go outside and look for things.
Okay.
Whether it be animals or fascinating objects, I don't care. I want to go outside.
As you work your way into the central living area on your way out, your mother stops you and she glances over. Luma, there you are. Can you help us carry something? Uh, we're heading over to the lower platform.
Okay.
I didn't understand that it was all just you grinding the mic against fabric.
I wasn't grinding the mic against fabric, but okay, I'll help with the thing.
She holds out a large package for you to take. It's bound in twine. It's like a brown paper kind of parcel thing. She just hands it into your arms. And she picks up her own notebook, and she's got like a thing of furs. Oh, come on, then. She heads out the front door.
I carry the package and follow after, begrudgingly.
She leads you out into the central square of town. At this point, night's come. It's a kind of midnight blue sky, as you are familiar with and love, the sort of namesake of your wings. Um, you walk your way through the sort of uh, central plaza area in the town. There's tents, there's some huts, there's some larger structures. I the graphic in the background is of Thunder Bluff from World of Warcraft. It's a painting. That's kind of largely how I'm imagining this town. Maybe a little further of a drop, just by a bit. She escorts you outside, and spreading her wings, she flies down onto a lower platform. Uh, there you find a handful of other Aegyl who are keeping watch out into the forests and the world below, presumably for attacking animals or the like. Among them, you do recognize someone that you know. You recognize a summoner named Lloyd. These this encampment appears to be the destination for these packages.
I give a wave.
What was that?
I give a wave to Lloyd.
Okay. He waves back and he smiles at you. Oh, hi there, Luma. You you brought the thing.
Yes, whatever this thing is.
Thanks. And he takes it and he starts opening it up and
What is it?
looking in it now, it appears to be chalk and it appears to be spices and incense. It's magic. It's for my summoning. Uh, gotta make sure we've got Velafor just on backup just in case.
Alrighty then. Good luck with that. Mom, can I go now?
Sure, sweetie, you can go. Go and have fun.
Yay! You guys don't need any help, do you?
Uh, no, we've pretty much got this. Go ahead and make a perception check, Luma.
Okay.
So open up your character sheet. Take a look at your skills. Look at the skill that it is marked perception and roll for it.
Okay. Let me just. Okay. Character sheet.
In the future, a character sheet is a good thing to just have open in the background.
Alright. Okay. I have a perception.
Of
Wait, where's perception?
it's in the P's. It's in between navigate and pilot.
Um, um, peas. Peas.
It's one, Jesse. It's just a one for you because your perception is terrible.
Oh, cool. I see it now.
Okay.
Oh boy, I have a 1 in perception. What dice do I roll?
You roll a d20 plus 1. We don't have any music. That's why this is so weird and creepy sounding. I'm like, why does it just sound so dead? Fucking music. And again, because we're tucked away in a secret side campaign, we don't have our typical stuff. What's this? That'll work. Da 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 da. Bip. Why am I hearing doubles? Hmm. That must have been Roll20 kirking out on me. Yeah, it was Roll20 kirking out on me. Alright. So yeah, what was your perception check? What was your perception? You rolled a 19. Oh my god! On a +1, you still managed to roll very, very high. And as you're turning to leave this sort of encampment, you hear what sounds like slithering on the rock cliff face that you're keeping watch over.
Ooh, that's scary. I think I should do something about that. But what? Hmm. Hmm. By the way, I'm looking at the spells that I know
Mm-hmm.
because I just made this character, everyone.
Yes, and this is gonna be slow. If you're here for looking, I mean, this is probably won't even get published, but just in case it does, we're keeping a record here. It's gonna be slow. We're gonna take our time. She's still learning the system here. So that's kind of just the nature of this.
I would like to get maybe a tad bit closer to where I heard the noise.
Okay. For the sake of all this, I'm going to go ahead and migrate you to this map. Ba-ba-ba. And you need your mom there. And my apologies that not all of these tokens have wings and everything. I am limited by the art that I can make.
Okay.
Boop. There she is. You heard the noise over here. Like off the edge of the cliff.
So did I get closer?
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot to give you control. Controlled by Jasmine. There we go. You now have the power to move that token. What do you do? No. On the left side of your screen, you'll see you've got the measuring tape selected that lets you measure distances. At the very, very top, there's going to be a little mouse pointer. Yep, you got it. That'll give you the power to move yourself around.
Where's the slivery thing?
You heard the sound over here.
This thing?
What thing?
This?
What? I don't know what you're pointing at.
I'll just go right here.
No. Okay, you see this little red blink? Can you not see it?
No.
You don't see? Can you want to zoom? Okay, do you see
Oh,
this
yes, I see it now.
right next to you?
Yes.
That's the direction you're hearing it in.
Oh, okay. I should move my character just a little bit more over,
Okay.
like maybe over here.
Um, you're just keeping an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, as you kind of peek your way over there and come closer to the edge, the slithering sound starts to get louder and louder still. And after a moment or two, um, da-da-da-da-da, you see a creature come barreling out from over the edge. It has a lizard's body and front, but with only two arms, and dragging behind it is a sort of a nimbus cloud of darkness. You've never seen anything like this before. It is also very large. Not quite large enough to swallow you whole, but very large.
Um, can I do? I don't know how to move. Like, do I fly, then cast a spell, or?
And as you contemplate that, I would like everyone to roll initiative. So we add this, and we do that. Okay. Now this is how combat works. Let's get some combat music in here. God, I don't have access to my regular jukebox. That'll work. Da-da-da-da. Get all these on looping, get that turned way down. Alright. Okay, we've got double pump again. There we go. Okay. So, what you're going to do, you look at your character sheet, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Look for the number that says initiative. For you, it's this 2 right here, right below the base attack bonus. See the little 2? This comes largely from your dexterity score. That's going to govern how quickly you act in combat. So go ahead and roll a d20 and add 2 to it.
Okay. $17.
Okay. Wait, really? Yeah, nice. Okay. Um, go ahead and on the left there, you see the little turn order boxes? Go ahead and type in your 17 into that. And then hit enter. While Will still fumbles over himself trying to get everything in order. There was very low prep time. Shade, initiative +7. There's its. And then going through everyone else here. Your mum has initiative of +0. 17 still, Jesus. Here. You, though, have .02, so you actually go ahead of her. 17 even. City Watch Captain. Da-da-da-da-da. There's initiative of +2 each, so your 2 little melee combatants at 7 and at 14. And finally, piggybacking off on this. Da 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 da. Initiative up +3 for him. And then 11. Okay. So there. You see how there's see that order on the left there?
Yeah.
That is the order which things will now fight as part of the combat. The creature, rolled the highest and will be given the chance to move first. It has a base land speed of over 40 and pretty readily charges up to you. Da-da-da-da-da. It makes one attack, a bite attack, and it attempts to bite you. Does a 15 hit your armor class? Now, if you look at your character sheet, you're going to look for AC.
Armor class. Ace.
It's likely just a product of 10 plus your dexterity modifier because you are a caster and you're not wearing any armor.
My AC says 12.
Okay, then that absolutely hits you. Let me make sure I've got your hit points in here. You have 38 hit points, you have 40 MP. 38 out of 38. 40 out of 40. Book. See the little bars above your head?
Yeah.
Okay, that is your health and your mana now. It damages you, dealing 2d6 plus 5. It deals 13 points of damage to you. So at this moment, if you click on your character, just one click, do you get the 3 little dots above it? You're on mobile, right? You're on an iPad.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no. I'm on the...
You're on what?
I clicked on myself?
You have the 3 little dots?
Yes.
Can you type -13 into the green one? There you go. Perfect. You have taken 13 points of damage. It is now your turn. You have a movement action, you have a standard action, and you have a swift action that you can take here.
Okay.
A standard action is things like casting a spell. A move action is things like moving. You could, for instance, fly straight up and away from this thing for 30 feet. Or you could run away from it for 30 feet.
I would like to up.
You would like to what?
Fly.
You would like to fly up?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You go over one square, we'll say, and up, straight up and away from it. Giving you the flying marker. It does take an attack of opportunity on you as you fly away from it, though. Because you're engaged in close combat with it, it gets a free swing as you attempt to escape. Does a 30 hit your AC?
Yes.
It once again does 2d6 damage to you. 2d6 plus 5, yeah. You take 15 points of damage. You are down to 10 health. You are now well out of its attack range for what it seems. You have your standard action still. You have your swift action still. I would recommend maybe casting a spell on it.
I am gonna cast a spell on it. I would have just stayed where I was.
You're kind of muffled there.
I would have stayed where I was.
If you had known it was going to attack you?
Yes.
I mean, it's probably you're in a better position now anyway, because if something is connected in melee with you at the start of its turn and it has a bunch of natural attacks, which this monster being a monster does, it can attack you with all of its natural attacks in one turn. That's called a full round attack, because it doesn't have to move. And that is lethal, especially for you right now. But for now,
Wait, Wait, what was that part about lethal?
if something doesn't have to move, it can make a full round attack, which means it uses both its move and its attack to make a full round action that is all just attacking. Which for this creature, because it has a bite and it has claws, and it could basically empty your health bar in a round.
I would like to turn invisible.
You would like to turn invisible? You're not going to attack it?
I thought I had a spell.
You do.
Invisibility, please.
Okay. You burn 4 mana. Now, usually when you cast out of invisibility, it does break the invisibility. Just making you aware of that.
What?
You're casting Vanish, the Black Mage spell. What was that?
Okay.
I'm checking things. Black Mage spell descriptions. Again, slow session. Vanish. Da-da-da-da-da. Becomes okay. The creature object touch becomes invisible, which you can be yourself. If the recipient is carrying gear, that vanishes too. If the spell cast on someone else, neither you nor allies can see the subject. Da-da-da-da-da. The source of light becomes da-da-da. Not sounds. Causing harm. That's okay. That's where it was coming from. Da-da-da-da-da. The spell ends if the subject attacks any creature. For the purposes of this spell, an attack includes any spell targeting a foe whose areas. Yeah. So yes, if you attack out of invisibility, you will become visible again. This is making you aware of that.
Okay, never mind. Just. I'll use a different spell.
Okay. What spell do you want to use?
Water 2.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Mage armor.
Okay. So for 0 mana, you cast Mage Armor on yourself. And gain, I think, 4 AC? Yes. Let me go ahead and... As your standard action, you cast Mage Armor on yourself. Your AC goes up by 4, which means you're now considered to have 16 AC. Why is this double pumping? Why is that double pumping? I don't have 2 of these open. Oh well. Okay, so yeah, you've used your move action, you've used your standard action. Now, the swift actions that you have tend to be things in the vein of increasing the damage that your spells do. For instance, your Elemental Binding, I think, or your, what's it called? Elemental Seal is a swift action that increases the damage of a spell by time and a half. Is that your turn, though?
Isn't it?
Hmm?
Yes, isn't it?
Alright. Next is your mom's turn. Who takes a shot with her crossbow. And hits. And on a crossbow does not... Yes, crits. She crits. On a 19, that still does critical damage. That's 2d8 plus 5. She shoots a crossbow bolt at it and deals 16 points of damage to it. The creature reels back where like it's caught in the side of its shoulder with this crossbow bolt. She spends her move action reloading. That's her turn. It is that Aegyl's turn. And he is in range to attempt a charge attack. And he will. Charging in with his long sword. With the charge bonus of 2, I think, charges. He makes a single attack. Because that's all he can do. With a 25, hitting the creature. Dealing 1d8. No. Where are you? 1d8 plus 6. 1d8 plus 6. Dealing 9 points of damage to it. It's now this guy's turn. Who's seeing the creature. Oh, okay. I'll start trying to call Velafor. And he begins summoning, which is a full round action. Well, yeah. Well, it has a cast time of 1 turn. This Aegyl man, also armed with a longsword, also makes a charge. 13 misses. Reaches, runs in, swings at its head, and it just ducks away from him. It is now its turn. These guys have 40 apiece. And it is going to make, because now its targets are close to it, it's going to make a full round attack on this guy right here. You still there, Jesse?
Yeah.
Okay. So just going through and confirming all these things. Well, the 19 against his AC of 18 beats him. Also makes 2 claw attacks. Also at plus 11. 1, 2. So its bite and both of its claws all connect. Dealing 2d6 plus 5 damage on the bite. Dealing 1d8 plus 5 damage on each of the claws. 1, 2. Minus 8. Minus 11. The man is still standing, though it looks like he has been shredded apart by these attacks. Just, oh god. It's now your turn.
I use statue.
You statue on him. Alright. Statue. Fortitude. Fortitude save. So, for you, as you release the spell on it, it will attempt to resist being petrified. And it is in range. It has to make a fortitude save, and it has to beat 10 plus your casting mod plus the spell level. Your casting mod's intelligence, that's 4. 14. Plus the spell level, and Petrify Statue is a 4th level spell. So it has to beat 18. Da 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 da. So it has a Fortitude save of where is it? +9. So again, the thing it has to beat here is 18, which it does with a 19. And as you cast Petrify on it and attempt to turn this creature to stone, it shrugs. You see it kind of start to creak for a second, and it flexes its body and just growls up in the air at you. It's your mom's turn again. And she will once again attempt to peck it away with her light crossbow. Which hits. $1d8 damage. 8 damage. She maximizes her damage and really just pecks at that thing. And it's just, yeah, it's just 1d8. I think I might have added 5 to that last time. That was wrong. But yeah, she gives it a good pecking. It is that guy's turn, who, not over a level that he can make iterative attacks himself, is just going to make a single attack with his longsword. On a 12 misses. That's his turn. Meanwhile, your summoner. Alright, I think Uh-oh. Ooh. He pushes himself and nothing comes. And he stands there and stares down at the summoning circle. Okay. I'll try again. And he once again starts trying to cast to summon Velafor. It is that guy's turn, who is very, very hurt. And so because of that, he's going to spend a full round action withdrawing. This allows him to exit his first threatened square without taking an attack of opportunity. And he is going to back all the fucking way back to here. It is its turn. It turns slightly and opens up on the buddy that he just left behind. And as his buddy glances over his shoulder, like, "Where are you going?" Oh, God. Swing, 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 swing. He takes the full gambit of attacks. Bite 2 claws. 1 bite. Hits. First claw hits. Second claw hits. Straight down the line. Bites into him. Claws him, claws him. 2d6 plus 5 does 15 points of damage to him. Am I getting that echo through? Okay, I honestly don't know that. I think that's actually part of the song, which is kind of the worst. Ba ba ba. $1d8 plus 5. So yeah. 9, 12. -9, -12. That man is also miraculously still alive, as he is bit into about the waist and just one claw into the side of his belly, the other claw into the small of his back as he kind of tries to lean away. This man looks even more injured than his buddy, who has already fled. It is your turn.
How do I use empowered magic?
Okay. As a black mage, you have the power to once a day, as a free action, cast as though you are using the empowered meta magic feat for free to make your spells do 1.5 times more damage. You also have the ability to, if you wanted to, use one of your. In fact, you're only one elemental seal, which spends your swift action to make an attack that is elemental damage do time and a half damage as well. So you could do both of those together, and time and a half, and then time and a half your damage.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Which I feel like the easy way to do that is to do just 2 times, but really that's 2.25 times your damage because they compound. Okay. So yeah, what spell are you casting? As you use your swift action to attach an elemental seal to it, you reach into yourself and you empower it using the empowered magic meta magic feat for free on any spell of your choice. What are you doing?
Detonate.
Detonate. Okay. Detonate's is one of your lowest level spells. Detonate. How much damage does Detonate do? Detonate also doesn't have any die rolls in it, which is gonna hurt how much maximum damage it's gonna do.
Oh, okay.
It's all because it's for AoE. It's for hitting multiple creatures.
Water 2?
Sure. Yeah, water 2 would be good. Okay, so water 2.
Yes.
But I'm trying to find the actual spell. Oh god, that loop is obnoxious. That echo in the music. I honestly don't know where that's coming from. It's like I got a second window open, but I don't. Okay. So water 2. Do you see that spell?
Mm-hmm.
How much damage does it do? Because I'm not gonna always be able to just look up your spells for you.
A ranged touch that deals 3d6 points of water damage, plus the casting modifier, plus 1 per level.
Okay. So what's
and
your
inflicts the drench effect.
Okay. So it has to make a fortitude save. And this would be a fortitude save of 16. Because it's 14 plus the spell level, which is 2. So it has a plus 9. This has to be less than a 16. Alright? That's what I just said? Yes. It rolls a natural 20.
Where'd you get the 16 from?
10 plus your intelligence modifier, plus the spell level. Remember, I talked about that earlier.
Oh, okay.
That's your spell save. So it makes the save, but it still takes a bunch of damage.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your 3d6 plus casting mod, which is 4, plus your caster level, which is 7.
How do we add plus the caster level?
So do you see the advanced die roller?
Yeah.
So just type in 1d20, and then add 4 plus 7, which is 11 to that. So just do 1d20 plus 11. So you do 15 points of damage to it. Well. Wait. Oh, okay, never mind, sorry. Sorry. I misunderstood. That was your ranged touch attack, wasn't it?
Yes, the one that deals 3d6 points of water damage plus casting plus 1 per level.
Okay, okay. Well, let me double check that. Let me check the spell water, which is actually hard to find because of how many spells use the word water in them.
Water 2.
No. But I don't know if it's a ranged touch attack or what, because it doesn't say.
It does. It says range touch.
Does it?
Water 2. Range touch.
Well, where are you seeing that?
On the spells by class page?
Yeah, range touch that deals. Okay. Yeah. For some reason, the PDF, the higher detail PDF I was looking at is less verbose because it expects you to look at the other one. So you have to make a ranged touch attack first. Okay.
Okay.
So that's going to be your base attack bonus plus your dexterity mod. So your base attack bonus is 3. Your dexterity mod is 2. So roll a d20 plus 5. Okay, that was a 16. Its touch AC is 12. So yes, you absolutely hit it. Now you roll 3d6 plus 11. Not 1d20, 3d6 plus 11. Remember? Okay. And so that would do 21 damage, but it actually does times 2.25. It actually does. Wait, really? 21 times time and a half again. Yes. Okay, that would do 21 damage. Instead, it does 54 damage because of all of your buffing that you just did for it. Unfortunately, it only takes half of that because it made the save, but is now looking very, very rough. And just as you all have a moment to reflect on this, you hear a second one come crawling over the barrier to your left.
I wish I knew how Vanish was.
What was that?
I wish I knew how worthless Vanish was.
It's not worthless. It just you can't be invisible in combat, really.
I know, and that's
You can still cast things that aren't combat spells out of it. Hmm. For the life of me, I have no idea where that loop is coming from. I'm gonna find new combat music. Hmm. No. That'll work. Final Fantasy 15 to the rescue. Okay. So yeah, that was your turn, right?
yeah.
Okay. How you feeling so far?
Disappointed.
About what?
I'm literally at 10 health.
Okay. Okay. I mean, you're a caster. You don't have a whole lot of health. Okay, how close are you? Okay, yeah. She knocks back her light crossbow and takes a shot at it all the way over there. Well, actually, no. She would understand the utility of clearing the board. She's gonna take a shot at the one that's already damaged a little, and still hits it, and does 1d8 plus nothing, just 1d8. 1 damage as her crossbow loosely pangs off from its face. Damn it! And she spends her turn reloading. And it's that guard's turn, who sees that it's very injured and in a moment of bravery is going to attempt to clear it before it clears him. 1d20 plus 8. Can he kill it? No, he can't. He misses. Oh no. As he takes a swing down on this thing, he just misses it. Oh no. It comes back to the summoner's turn, who once again, I don't know, it's not working. Oh no. If, he kind of glances around, and what's your wisdom mod, buddy? 2. Okay, and we'll now cast Cure on you because you're the only thing that's injured and in range of him. So it does 1d6 plus 2 plus 2, so plus 4. God, this dude is not a great. In a moment of panic, he heals you 6 hit points. That's all I can do. I can fly and get help. He kind of glances up to you, looking for guidance.
Yeah, go get some help.
Alright, I'll be back. I promise. And 30 feet around, he leaves. It is that guard's turn, who is very injured. Sees his friend, who is absolutely about to get mulched by this thing if it survives to its turn, and is going to make a charge attack. Charging up to it. He is going to make a hefty swing with his longsword. Critical hitting it. Saving his friend's life, I'm sure. That's 1d8 plus 6, so that becomes 2d8 plus 6. Dealing 15 points of damage, and as he downswings on it, it shrieks. Collapses to the ground. The little plume of smoke around it just drifts off. And his buddy glances at him. Because it's now its turn, but it's dead. Now it's the other one's turn. And as they share this moment of camaraderie, this one advances up to the square adjacent and takes a bite at his friend. Bite 11. On a 26 hitting, dealing 2d6 plus 5. And as the two of them share this glance of, oh, we managed to kill that one, this one's head just comes down over this man's middle. And he dies. Right there in front of you. It's your turn. What you doing?
I do water 2.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your hit for it. It's a d20 plus 5. You need to beat 12. You roll a natural 1. Then you critically fail the cast, and while you attempt to hit it with water 1, your little spins off and lands somewhere in the forest below. Do you do anything else? You still have your movement.
And back away.
Alright. Where? You feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You take a couple of flaps and glide a few more feet away. You're hovering loosely over where your mother is. It's okay, honey. We'll get it. And she takes another shot at it. And misses. Right over its head. At least I think we will. As she reloads her crossbow. And it would be that guard's turn. But he's dead. It is the summoner's turn. Who now, not making an action this round, will attempt to dash. And can now, instead of going 30 feet around, travels away at 120 feet around. And is gone off the northern edge of the map. That's his turn. That guard's turn. He glances at the one over there, glances at the two of you. I don't have a whole lot left in me. Should we run?
I think we should just back away. Or it attacks other people.
Back away before it attacks what?
Other people.
Alright. And he, luckily out of its range right now, starts flying up to meet you in the air. Really, I guess it only makes like that far because of the trigonometry of going up. And the creature, on its turn, glances up at the man that just fled away from it and is now just out of biting range. Glances up at you, who are up in the air and completely out of biting range. And is going to do the only thing it can. Get the music going again. And it is going to make a charge attack on your mother. At plus 11, plus 2, 26, which absolutely, yes, absolutely hits her. Biting her for 2d6 plus 5, 2d6 plus 5, 11 points of damage. As she kind of glances up at the two of you. Ow! Oh! Ow! It is your turn. How are you feeling? Is something wrong?
No.
Okay.
Maybe, Water 2 again.
Water 2 again. Okay.
With increased damage.
With increased damage. You've already used both of those today.
Oh.
You've used your once a day
Elemental
empowered magic.
mastery.
Elemental mastery. Oh. Oh. Oh,
That's what I
we should have been doing that this whole time. We completely forgot about that.
didn't. I just thought you could. Yeah.
Hmm? What was that? So you shouldn't have been doing 3d6, you should have been doing 4d6. And instead of it being 1 point per caster level, which is 7, it should have been 8. So do 4d6 plus 8 plus 4 plus 12. 4d6 plus 12 because of your boosts and stuff. Well, but first you have to see if you hit. A d20 plus 5. You hit. Absolutely, it only has a touch AC of 12. Go ahead and make 46 plus 12. $22. Okay. And now it has to make a... Oh shit, these are water damage. These are water damage. It is weak to water. It's weak to water and to light. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Ooh. Well, regardless, it still has to make a fortitude save. At plus 9, the number to beat here is 16. It fails. Okay. Okay. So, Jesus, okay. So 22 damage, doubled because of its weakness. Brings it up to 44 damage. Oh. And it is now considered wet. It's now considered, Oh, Jesus.
Drenched.
Drenched, that's what it is. You emptied more than 2/3 of its health pool in a single cast with that. What's a good icon for drenched? Yeah, that'll work. It's considered drenched. It is your mom's turn. And knowing that she can't take the brunt of this thing's attacks, she's going to fly up and away, getting up out of its range, and going airborne. Oh, okay. We leaving, right? That guy's turn. He's still off the board. That guy's turn. Well, it looks pretty hurt after that last water. I don't know, though. I'm not in really any shape to take a swing at it. Here, I'm just flying off. Sorry. And also at 30 times 4, he easily escapes the northern end of the battle map. And it is its turn. And as it glances to you up in the air, and as it glances to your mom up in the air, it looks around. And it will make a move. Getting all the way up and beginning to ascend the wall between this platform and the plateau above it. It's your turn.
Can I fly closer?
You can. Right now, it's starting to work its way up the wall. It's almost at eye level with you on a vertical surface over there.
Oh.
You can stay far enough away from it that it still can't swing at you very easily because of your wings.
Like, is right here good? I don't know how many feet.
You can use the ruler to look. It's currently 40 feet away. Most of your spells are probably 30 plus 5 feet per 2 levels or something. You have a flight speed of 30, so here would probably be good. It would comfortably get you in range of basically any spell that you have, but would keep you out of its combat range.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. You fly up a little bit closer to it. You still have your standard action, your swift action.
I would like to use Entomb 3.
Okay.
I mean, engulf.
Entomb
It's
or
called
engulf, yeah.
engulf.
Okay. Okay. Engulf. It has to make a fortitude save. And engulf 3 is a 3rd level spell.
Yes.
So it has to make a 17. Which it does. What happens if it fails? Fortitude negates. Spell requires the drench to be in effect. Once the spell is drenched, effective to remove the creature surrounded by a globe of swirling water. Taking damage equal to the until freed. You can break free by spending 1 round and making a DC 15 swim check. Okay, yeah. So, as you reach out to attempt to engulf it, the water sort of swirls around its body, and it flexes and breaks out of it and just continues climbing up the cliff.
But I didn't even roll or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Engulf, swift action, Darkross drenched. Yeah, no, you don't. It rolls and it beat you.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, it continues its climb, still drenched. It is your mom's turn, who is going to take a pot shot on it from airborne. Which actually hits. Good job. Dealing just 1d8 damage. 2 damage. Pick! We'll get it. 1 crossbow bolt at a time, sweetie. Come on. He's still running to get help. He's also now running to go get help. It continues its climb up the cliff. By this point, it's managed to ascend probably another 40 feet up from you guys. It's above you now, and it's probably halfway to cresting the top. Your turn again.
So this would still be like 40 feet away.
You could fly straight up to kind of follow it as it goes up this cliff.
Like, I want to go up, but still out of reach.
Mm-hmm. So okay, you fly up and kind of like keep your distance from it as you're up, but like making sure that you stay within spell range as you just cast at this thing as it tries to scale this cliff. What are you casting?
Water too.
Okay. Go ahead and make a ranged spell attack. D20 plus 5. Yes, because it has a touch AC of 12. You hit it.
Yay.
The most disheartened. Yay. Go ahead and roll your damage, which is, because of all your craziness, 4d6 plus 11. No, 4d6 plus 12. Because your cast level is considered 1 higher and you get to add an extra die. $23, which weak to water. It wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't even matter if it had the weakness to water or not. As you pull back and you hit it with another solid, basically shard of water into the small of its back. How do you want to do this? It is dead.
Like, we're sure it's dead?
For sure.
Maybe check the area to make sure there's left.
What was that?
Make sure there are none of them left.
Well, I glance around. There doesn't seem to be any. This is me giving you the opportunity to add whatever sort of flavor you want to the way that this thing is slain. What's the point of the how do you want to do this? Like, so
Oh.
how do you murder it with water?
Well, I just You know, some in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then they
It's
say, that's for hurting my mother.
okay.
And that's what I
And
think in my mind.
whispering every little ounce of spite into this shard of water as it slams into its back. It hits it in the small of its back and it cranes and like it starts to like skitter off the cliff. So it would like take loses its grip with its two giant lizard arms and just starts free falling backwards. And as it free falls backwards, it falls past you. And its head and its eyes just meet your eyes in this backwards, upside down lizard face to Aegyl face. And you're not sure what you see, but you think it's regret for hurting your mother as it plummets 80 feet down to the ground and into the rocks.
Yay!
And combat is ended. A few moments later, the summoner and the guard return with a few other of the Aegyloft city guard. We heard there was trouble. Ew. They just like look down and it's just splattered on the ground. What happened?
I killed it, obviously.
Well, that's quite impressive, but it appears to have fallen from some great height. Looks at the cliff. Was it trying to climb its way up?
It was trying to get away.
Hmm. Well, good thing you stopped it then.
Yay. Now I'm gonna go home and read a nice book on how to use invisibility without sucking and possibly take a nap. It's been nice seeing all of you. That was enough adventure for today.
And as you lightly flap away, you hear fading out behind you. Oh, don't worry, she's always like that. She doesn't mean it personally. No, she wasn't insulting you. It's so. As you just fade into the distance. All right. What are you up to?
Well, I'm hurt more than just physically because I thought I had some mediocre magic strength. Sorry, enough I'm physically weak.
You suffered from a wide range of very poor rolls in the early moments of that combat, but it did pick up later, especially when we discovered you should be rolling 4d6, not 3d6, because of your crazy extra damage thing.
Well, my pride is hurt and I'm sad. Isn't there some cool place that I can go to? Get stronger.
Oh, there is a gym here in
Not
Aegyloft.
that kind of strength. Mentally.
Mentally stronger.
What happened in battle is just plain terrible. There has to be some sort of library where I can learn more spells or something.
You could perhaps go and purchase some scrolls.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
Do you know if there's any shops nearby?
You ask the DM. Why, yes, small Aegyl child, there are shops nearby. You've lived here your whole life, you would know.
I mean, do I see any shops nearby? Brain.
As you crest over the top of the ridge, back up into the city proper, the old town proper. I just like the idea that there's just a floating giant Luma there. Boom, 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 boom.
3, 5, 4.
As she just floats her way down to crush the town. But no, you do know that there are that there's at least one scroll shop in town. You know the guy who runs it as well. We spent a lot of time there because of your study. You flying there then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You fly down to his scroll shop, and you push your way through the flap of the tent. Oh, Lumaya, it's good to see you. You need more scrolls? Heard quite a scuffle down the cliff there.
I'm just hurt. I would like to read to get rid
Oh,
of the pain.
you're hurt, you say? Well, we have a scroll of cure, and a scroll of cure 2, and what other cures do? Well, it's basically those two. Look, we don't have very high level spells here.
Know what? Either of those will do. I wish I could have some more information about these spells. I decide to read these scrolls, I guess.
Glancing through these scrolls and making use of your read magic, which is a cantrip that you picked up. Good job. You ID the scrolls. You ID the stuff, the contents within them. These are white magic spells. You could not cast these. He seemed like he was just getting you something because you're hurt. You can't cast these. You might be able to find a white mage to cast them for you to heal you though. And you did catch the summoner from earlier casting white magic. So you could bring those to him and have him fill you back up.
Fine, I'll get wait, the summoner already knows how to, doesn't he?
He does, but scrolls don't burn your MP to use. Though you could probably just go ask him because you just murdered the 2 giant killer lizards all by yourself, basically.
Yay.
You gonna go find him?
Wait, no, I'm still in the store. I want to enjoy the scroll.
Okay, what scrolls are you buying?
I would like to say thanks for the cure scrolls, but I can't use these.
Oh, well, that makes sense. You're looking for something a little darker then. Black magic? Oh, what do we got here? And he goes in the back and he pulls out a whole bunch of scrolls. What are you trying to find?
Hmm. Hmm. Maybe something effective.
Effective, you say? Effective?
Because the other day, I decided, well, this battle, I tried to use the Vanish spell, but then when I remembered the details, I wouldn't be able to combat with that spell. I need a combat spell.
A combat spell, you say? Okay, well, we have a few. Here, we've got Water 4 and Wall of Fire.
Woo!
Wall of Fire. This creates an immobile, blazing curtain of fire.
No, I like immovable.
Immobile.
And we share a charming laugh because we're friends?
Mm-hmm. You do. He hands you the scroll, and as you kind of glance through it,
Wait. What were the other options? Before I start reading.
Water 4, Fire 4.
Okay, wait. Let me look at this wall of fire. Let's read those details.
Okay. Wall of Fire. It is a Black Mage 4, 4th level spell. Creates an opaque sheet of flame, 20 feet long, or a ring up to a radius of 5 feet per 2 levels. Either form 20 feet high. So, at your level, oh god. At your level, being a 7th level Black Mage, that would be a wall of fire, 140 feet long and 20 feet high.
That sounds cool.
Or you could also cast it as a 5 feet per 3 levels, well, per 2 levels, that's 7, so 3 iterations of that. So, or you could have it with a radius of 15, so a diameter of 30, ring of fire around you, also 20 feet high. But God, you can go 120 feet in a line with this thing. An immovable blazing curtain of shimmering violent purple springs into existence. On one side of the wall selected by you sends forth waves of heat, dealing 2d4 damage to fire damage to creatures within 10 feet, and 4d4 points past those 10 feet within 20 feet. Wall does 2d6 points of fire damage, plus 1 per caster level for any creature passing through it. So, not a tremendous amount of damage, but probably enough to dissuade things from going certain ways.
I wonder if this would have worked with the creatures from.
Ah, crazy creatures, you say? Well, this would have been a good way to stop them from going somewhere. Definitely doing some damage in the process.
I think I shall take Wall of Flame, you say?
Wall of Fire.
Wall of Fire.
Now stand by while the DM takes a look at equipment. What the heck are scrolls? FFD 20 scrolls. That is a 4th level spell. That'll be 400 gil.
How much do I have?
You have 297 gil. You could try to
Aww.
haggle him down.
I don't have any sort of persuasion skills. But I'll just tell him I need more allowance. I'll buy it next time.
Go ahead and make a diplomacy check, which is just -2. Yeah, no. Just make a diplomacy check.
1d20 minus 2.
Mm-hmm.
13.
13. And as you walk out of the scroll shop in abject dejection, he's stop. Yeah, look, give me 100 gil and it's yours. It looks like you've been having a really bad day.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. I'll give you 105 gil. At least.
105 gil. And I'll mark that off on your sheet for you. And you gain 1 scroll of Wall of Fire. Would you like to add that to your spellbook?
Mm-hmm.
You can just take a 20 on this spellcraft check here. Because what's your spellcraft? Your spellcraft's plenty high enough. Yeah, 14. Okay, yeah. Taking a 10 on your spellcraft check, that's a 28, and you effortlessly, boop, 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 boop. The scroll ignites into flames from the bottom and just incinerates in your hands. And as you blink, 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 it's in your spellbook. You can cast this now.
Wow.
And we can go ahead and add Wall of Fire to your spellbook, which I will I will actually go through the effort of getting the paste link for, because someday these links might actually work.
I'm so happy.
You need anything else?
No, your help is enough. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. He gives you like this big smile, this big kind of older guy smile.
I walk out happy because I feel better.
You hear him lightly in the background go, whew, as he swoons over the very pretty young Aegyloft lady leaving his shop. All right.
I'm going to
Where are you going?
find Lloyd. That was his
Okay.
name, wasn't
Yep, that was his name. As you glance around, you hear raised voices over in the direction that you just came from. A quick hop over there. You find him right kind of near the edge of the cliff. You, like wildly spanning his arms and explaining what happened. He seems to be telling the story with himself in a bit of a braver position than literally the first guy to run away.
He's the first guy to run away.
He was. He that's not how he's telling it though.
That's not how I remember it.
The crowd kind of like turns to you. Oh, um, Miss Luma, there you are.
Yes. Were you telling the crowd about how you ran for help when there was danger?
Uh, well, someone had to, and like all the eyes like kind of turned back to him. Someone had to. It was. Surely we had to raise the alarm. It
Oh,
was
I
not
mean,
a.
of course. Your contributions meant a lot because it gave a lot of, you really brought a supporting party of people to arrive right as soon as I killed the beast.
That is accurate, I suppose. Uh,
But enough with the chit chat. You healed me earlier, didn't you?
yes, indeed I
See?
did.
See, you gave a good contribution to battle, and I appreciate that. And do you know what I would appreciate even more? If you could heal me right now because I feel like I'm dying.
Ah, right away. Which currently you're at 16 out of 38 hit points.
See, everyone, isn't he just so wonderful? A great supporting member.
And she just sass the shit out of the poor summoner. And he walks up to you and casts twice Cure 1. Because that's basically all he's got. Let me double check that. Plus wisdom out of 2, plus level, which is 2. It's a total of 4. Whip, whip. And you heal. Da 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 da. Plus 6. Plus 8. You are now back up to 30 out of 38 hit points. Ah, that's most of my magic for today.
Thank you. You're wonderful.
And with a wink and a flutter of your wings, everyone slightly quivering at the fear of this kind of cutesy girl that just fucking torrential downpoured this demon lizard in half as you just strut away. When were you going now?
Hmm.
Tormenting more poor villagers?
I wasn't tormenting him. I was giving him accuracy and truthfulness within his story. Oh, anyway, I don't even remember what I was going to do at the beginning of this night. So much has happened. I wonder where Mom is.
Do you want to go try to find her?
I would like to go look for my mother.
There's two ways of doing this. You could either fly straight up and glance around using your perception, or you could go person to person and ask them where she is using diplomacy to gather information.
So, about that flying.
Okay, you fly straight up into the air and take a good look around. Go ahead and make a perception check.
1d20 plus
1, I believe.
1. 13.
Glancing around, you think you might see her. Just a little bit off from the crowd that you were just near.
I'll go look at that suspicious figure and see if that's my mom.
Okay. You flap down to her and you land. Yep, it's her. She's still injured. Quite injured. Oh, hey there, sweetie.
Mom, are you okay?
I'm injured. Quite injured.
Want to go beat up Lloyd and tell him to heal you too?
That would be wonderful, actually. Where is he?
Oh, he's right next to this crowd that we're by. Hey,
Oh,
Lloyd, you friends said your magic's out for today? Please?
what? I lost that. What was that?
Hey, Lloyd, do you have any friends that can cast Cure? I'd really appreciate it.
Um, certainly. The Temple of Elafor is just over there. Why? Are you still injured?
My mother's injured, and you know how important she is to me.
Very much. Absolute. The temple's just over there. It's the tall building. You know it. There's no way you could miss it.
Hmm. What do you think we should do, Mom? Do you think we should go to the temple, or do we think we should force Lloyd to go grab someone from the temple? I don't want you flying around too much, injured.
Uh, I'm sure I'll be fine, dear. You don't need to
Well,
harass the poor boy.
I'm not. I don't know why everyone thinks I'm harassing people. Let us go to the temple
All
with the
right.
utmost care.
How about we walk there, though?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's do that.
It's quite tiring. And the two you walk over there. About 5 or 6 minutes. It's not a very large town. You get to the opposite side of it in like 5 or 6 minutes. You walk to the edge and you find the Temple of Elafor. A small kind of stacked tent structure. As you walk inside, there's various priests wandering around doing their duties. A few of them are kind of mumbling to each other in low voices. Could I get a perception check from you?
Okay, 1d20 plus
+1.
1.
Damn. Okay. As you walk in, and you kind of hear the mumbling, and your little ears hone in on it in a strange with a strange bit of detail. Um, you pick out this all started last week. Since then, none of us have been able to. Should we tell people? The border watchers could be in danger. They may still be counting on his power to save them. No, we don't want to start a panic. What could be causing this? The kind of older one is sort of as you walk in, like the voices start to pick up. The kind of older one in the corner. I'm sure it's that damn new train device on the far end of the canyon. You heard what happened in Moonbright. Leviathan attacked it. I'm sure it's involved.
Hmm. Um, excuse me.
Yes?
Have you heard about the attack that happened?
Attack? Where?
Oh, yes, there were these monstrous lizard beasts with dark clouds around them and black scales. It was terrifying. They could have killed us all.
What? No! Good day to you.
But although we lost one guard, me and my mother fended off the beast, and I sent the final blow. There were two, maybe even more if we didn't act so fast. We've
That's.
come to the temple in search of healing.
Oh, right away. And he walks up and kind of sizes up your mom. 6 plus wisdom. And boop. I think that fills her. Yes, that categorically fills her, as she is more, oh, brought completely back to full health.
Mom, I'm so glad. Thank you so much, kind sir.
Don't mention it. It was just our duty. These creatures, how particularly large then?
Oh, yes, they were huge. Like, they were the size of like 5 people, Aegyloft,
Five.
like in length. They were just enormous.
A couple of
However,
the older clerics kind of glance to each other. Can you take us to them?
oh yeah, in fact, there's a nice, healthy corpse that we can possibly investigate by the front of town.
And they follow you. You lead them back over there, or
Oh yes, I lead them back over there, and I even give them a nice tidbit that they were very weak to water attacks.
okay. As you kind of crest over the ridge, like, oh, and they were super weak to water attacks. You glance down, and where the creatures were, they're bones now.
Well then, they're useless now. But here are their bones, so you can see how large they were.
And as you all sort of fly down, oh, quite a mighty beast. This looks as though it's been dead for months now, though.
It looks like that, but we literally just killed it like 5 minutes.
You, your mom kind of like looks. It's true. It's true. It's very weird. It's not like any creature I've ever seen. And she pulls her notebook out and like starts taking notes on it. Very weird. She kind of like takes her little charcoal pencil and kind of like taps one of the bones. Tick, tick. Huh. And just as she does, you watch as the entire skeleton turns to ash and just starts blowing away in the wind.
Oh, so you mean it turned into a British woman?
No, no, no. Like the right ash just without the E at the end. Thousands of British women float away in the breeze, slowly sassing you as they go. Um, but no,
Hmm.
it just disintegrates. Ooh, she writes a note. Disintegrates on contact. How peculiar.
Man, I'm not really sure what we should do. I've never seen an animal that disintegrates like this either. I wish I could research this.
Go ahead and make a knowledge religion. You put a point in that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a knowledge religion.
Um,
Yeah.
what do I put?
Do you see the total here?
11.
Yeah. So 1d20 plus 11.
Oh, okay.
24. As you think back about this creature, you know you've seen it before. There's something about its shape. You have a book back home. You have a book that had these in them. You you know right where it is. Like you can picture it on your shelf.
Wait, Ma, I know what these are. We actually do know what. We have a book on them.
Oh, oh.
Yes. I'm gonna go fly home immediately to go find it. Stay safe and don't die, Ma.
And off you go. You fly your way back to your home in the middle of the village, and you fly in through the second floor window into your bedroom, and go straight to your shelf. And there's the book, and you crack it open. You flip through a couple of pages, and there's where you remember it from. And it's a painting depicting thousands of these sort of lizardy smoke monsters crawling towards a barrier of ice and stone and electricity with this army, like this vast army um of humanoid creatures standing on the other side.
Hmm. Did we We must have gone to war with these creatures at some point.
And
Or at
like
least a very intense battle.
as you kind of like lean into it, like it is uncanny. Like the kind of ink illustration of the creature in this book is kind of vague and like weird, but it is absolutely the creature you just fought.
But yes, those are exactly it. I'm gonna go fly back to my mom and the priest. Or religious leader.
Okay. You grab your book and you fly back down to the corpses. Your book in hand, you kind of pull it out and hold it out for them, and
For my mom first, we have to discuss it together. We can't just be showing information. Mom, what do you think of this?
what? Huh. Well, that's uncanny. No, that's absolutely the shape. Gosh, you've got such a memory. And she kind of like grabs you by the cheeks and kind of like gives you a little bit of a shake. Hmm. What are they?
I peruse the book even more to see if it says anything.
As you glance through it, it's a largely historical, religious kind of text. It just sort of talks about this vast conflict um, involving the sort of armies of the world against united against this terrible darkness. And with side by side with with all the primals, uh, an army of humans, of Aura, of Mughals, and of one other race that I can't remember, uh, held them back.
Oh no, this seems to be a real threat.
The music is still
Maybe,
double pumping. Is it coming through
maybe I
you?
should show the religious leaders next.
Okay. Do you turn to them at this point? Like they're kind of like watching you and your mom huddled around this book over in the corner.
Oh yeah, we were just double checking to make sure it was the right monster, so we didn't get you confused or anything. Do you guys recognize this creature? Because that's what the bones look like, covered with skin and fat.
Oh, and you kind of hand the text over. Oh my, that's impossible. They've never been. This creature hasn't been seen in thousands of years.
Well, better make it in 0 days. Because it literally has been seen within the last 30 minutes.
Kind of like takes it and he glances over the book again. Make a diplomacy check.
Um, 1d20 minus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Well, it doesn't matter whether you guys believe me or not. I know what I saw.
Yeah, and as like as you're like I know what I saw. He kind of gives you the like, yeah, right, eyebrows. Very well,
Okay.
child.
Hey, Ma, you should make a diplomacy check.
I don't want to get in the middle of this.
Fine. I'll just be smart and wrong alone. And I'll be bitter about this. And if another one of these creatures comes to attack it, then then maybe I won't kill it next time so you can see it alive as it bites down on your face.
He kind of like rolls his head back. Look, I don't know what this creature was, and its bones sure have packed a foreboding sight, and from what I heard, you held yourself very well. If it is what you think it is, then something terrible is coming to us. I'm not looking forward to sitting around and waiting for that.
What are you planning to do?
He kind of like looks out over the canyon. That bridge. That bridge that the Livingstone Corporation built across the canyon. From what I hear, they'll be running the first train across it soon. That thing is a terrible threat to our way of life. It's bad for our animals. It's bad for our fish. It's terrible for the birds. And if these creatures are coming back, I'm sure that's the cause.
Do you know how these creatures were defeated before?
Not really. There was a story about a woman crying over the death of her beloved Leistus. Her tears created an ocean that flooded them all away.
That's beautiful.
Unless you have particularly powerful tears, I don't think that's going to be an option here.
Oh, trust me, I cried a little bit during this battle. I got plenty of tears.
Well, I admire your spirit. I'm putting together a team. We're going to attempt to decouple that train and take it. Holding its people against the desires of the corporation that runs it, we might be able to get them to leave and never come back.
Well, it's an interesting plan for sure, but I've read enough books to know. Usually, people in our situation don't necessarily succeed in these endeavors. And plus, the real issue is these monsters. Because just looking at this book, there's a picture of all races fighting these beasts. And I don't think we should be fighting two wars at once.
Mm.
Just something to think about. I'll still join in though. So just send me
You
a
young
flyer.
optimists. On one side, you berate me that this won't even work, and on the other side, you volunteer yourself. What's your angle?
Well, kind of like the main reason why I came. I don't want my mom to get hurt. I don't want to see another person die either. Most importantly, I don't want to die.
Most importantly.
Hey, isn't that for everyone?
I suppose it is. Few, though, would admit it.
But regardless, I'll help you out if your plan doesn't seem completely stupid and risky.
Look,
Hey, I'm just saying,
if
I
we
don't want to be
can,
imprisoned.
if we can, we'll handle this non-violently. We take the train. We decouple the main car from the remaining pieces. And if all works, take the people inside as captives, contact the Livingstone Corporation, and get them to demolish that terrible bridge that's ruining our way of life.
See, that's what I mean by stupid and risky. Not necessarily that it's a bad thing, but the thing is, I've heard word of this corporation, and it seems like they make a lot of money in technology stuff, you know? And
Sure,
so the thing is,
it's it's the
they,
Livingstone Corporation.
if they're as evil as you think they are, they wouldn't mind sacrificing a trained people and a few age old.
We're
They
safe
might just kill
here.
us all, including the hostages, and then just go on building.
It's the
But
Levistone Corporation. They're not Apex. They don't have tanks and guns. I
well,
wouldn't
they could
worried about
hire
violent
people.
retaliation.
I'm just saying they could hire a group of people that don't mind getting their hands dirty, make a secret little deal, and then just kill us all. But I guess that's a little bit far fetched on.
Hmm.
But still, it's interesting to think of all the possibilities. I think we need to do more research. Like, wouldn't it be nice if we could make like some sort of protective barrier so that animals wouldn't be hurt?
Hmm.
Protection stuff just isn't my thing. I just want to go.
That sounds very complicated. I think it would
But
be
it might
much
be our only
simpler.
choice.
It would be much simpler to just destroy that bridge.
Yeah, you're right. But it's not about simple. It's about making sure our people don't get killed off. And regardless what happens, I want to make sure my house and my book stay safe along with my family. But I don't want you to die either. I was really disturbed when the guard got killed earlier today.
Hmm.
But yeah, great talk. Great talk.
All right. So I can count on your support for this then.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. God, you're a strange one.
I'm just pragmatic. But to be
Hmm.
fair, I think you should focus on what you want this team to actually accomplish reasonably. Because I'm telling you, it's a large corporation and they can do practically anything.
If anything, what this is for is to send a message that we are to be left alone. That they should find a different way of accomplishing their goals, and if they're as wealthy as they are, that shouldn't be a concern.
Has that ever worked for Angel people? I don't know. But regardless, it's actually a really good question. Have Angel people ever beaten the man?
No, not really. That's kind of the reason that you guys hide so much, the reason that you're so skeptical of outsiders. You don't usually come out on top on this kind of stuff.
You have my support, but only because I don't want to see the other people on the team get hurt because of your dangerous scheme.
Very well.
Seriously, we really need to think of better solutions. I'm tired of us having to run, or rather fly, all the time and seclude ourselves from society because from every angle we look at this, it seems like we're the
He
bad guys.
he reaches into his pocket, and you hear a bit of jangling, and he holds a fist straight out towards you, with this bag, this kind of sack hanging out.
Ooh.
You take it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you grab it. Peeking inside, it's a lot of gil. It's like a lot of gil. You're a very powerful caster now. Much is obvious. Just take this as a forward, we'll say.
Okay, I'll do whatever you want.
See, there we
You can
go.
count on me. But still, really think this plan through. Because I do. Because obviously I'm getting something out of this. But still, I don't want to put my life on the line for any amount of money. Too much so, anyway. But I'm always up for an adventure. Help me when we start.
First light tomorrow. That'll be when it makes its run.
Okay.
We'll be hitting it
Man,
as
you
soon
got
as
me
it
all
crosses the
sleepy.
canyon.
What time is it anyway? Gotta be almost 6 a.m.
5:40 a.m. on East Coast. Glances at the
So
bag.
Aegyloft is on the Coast?
It's kind of. It's kind of in the. It's in the middle of the East. It's in the Middle East. Um,
Because I was like, that was surprisingly accurate for someone who does live on the East Coast.
um, it in that pack of Gil, in that package of Gil, it's so you meant you were saying it's super late in character. I completely misunderstood that then. At this point, it's probably close to 2 a.m. The package that you have, uh, glancing through it, it contains 1,000 gil. It is a high-level magic user's salary for this kind of hit.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can buy so many books and scrolls with this. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Wait, what do you mean by tomorrow morning?
First light, soon as light starts creeping over the horizon, be here. I'd go to
I
sleep
gotta go
like
home
now-ish.
right now. How are you gonna wake up anyway?
I'm not part of the team.
Mom, can we go home?
Yes, sure, my terrorist daughter.
Mom, sleepy, and I have to wake up early tomorrow to be a part of a terrorist organization. Sure.
Well, it's for the church, so I'm sure it can't be that bad. Okay, let's get you home then.
Yay!
Don't want to spend any of that, do you?
Well, there was this cure at the shop, but I don't know how to use it. Oh, but then there was water 4. Ooh, I do love me some water. Gotta put that all over. Hmm.
You could get a scroll of communal wall climb.
I don't remember that in the list.
It's a third level spell.
I run to this. I run to the scroll and
There's a
say, "Old
lot of
man in
spells.
love."
Yes. Oh, yes. Uh, hello. How are you doing
Hi.
today, Luma?
I'm doing great. But seriously though, I only got like 3. I will only be able to sleep for like 3 hours tonight. Do you have that cool spell with the communal, the
Uh,
climbing?
yes. Wall climb communal. Third level, black mage. Why
Oh
this
boy, oh
one?
boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How much does it cost? No, I
Uh,
don't care. I pay.
just throw Gil at him. I think it's 200.
Okay.
Third
What
level,
kind, sir?
200 Gil. Oh,
200.
paying in full this time, I see.
I
Whatever
just got an
happened?
allowance
Ah,
from the church.
ooh, fancy. What did you
I'll
have to
throw
do
in
for
10
that?
extra gil.
That brings you
I'll throw
down
in 10.
to 982 with that extra 10 Gil. Whew, thanks. And you pick up a scroll of wall climb communal for some reason. Are you scribing that to your spellbook? Taking a 10 in your check? No problem. You get wall climb communal in your spellbook. You can now grant a group of people the ability to climb surfaces with a climb speed of 20 feet.
Oh, cool. This might come in handy if I ever head from, which I don't.
It does beg the question, what are you planning on using that for? You realize you can fly, right?
Well, I'm going on a team tomorrow, and who knows for doing something stupid and risky. So I hope I'll see you again sometime.
Ooh, stupid and risky. Ooh. Let's see
I
if I.
know, I hate it too.
As he like looks through his shop to see if he has anything that'll keep you from dying. Got a scroll of vanish. That'll keep you. That'll make you go invisible. I think you might know that. You mentioned that earlier.
Actually, I still do. So I'm gonna try and be safe as possible. I don't want to die, and I really do want to visit your store again. You're cool.
Obscure in case you need to cover an area in darkness.
I'm worried about that, but honestly, that's a pretty good scroll. Can I? How much does that cost? Nah, I should just keep with what I have.
What
No, maybe I
about
should get it.
if you're
No.
going after a lot of people? Maybe mass enfeeblement?
Mass and what?
Enfeeblement.
Mass enfeeblement. What
Mass
kind of spell is
enfeeblement.
that?
It's a third level black mage spell. As he goes through.
I look at my list of spells. I'm like, I don't see this anywhere.
And you see it. Uh,
Oh,
Cursing
enfeeblement, comma, mass.
blast of spring, coruscate. Why, that's a word I haven't seen before. Something springs from your hand. Subject takes penalty to strength equal to 1d6 plus 1 per 2 caster levels. Subject strength cannot drop below 1. Penalty does not stack with itself. So basically, it makes, and this is mass enfeeblement, which makes, so yeah, in a 30-foot area, everyone in a 30-foot area, which for instance in the closed compartments of a train is going to be like everyone in a train car. Basically you drop strength scores, which at your level is basically going to drop everyone's strength score to like 1, which will make them almost unable to stand.
Mass enfeeblement. Mass enfeeblement.
And they have to make a what kind of save? Fortitude save to avoid it. But again, peasants don't make like fucking commoners don't save very frequently against things. Let's see, third level spell. That'll be another 200 gil.
Well, maybe I should do Obscuro.
Why not both?
Nah. My mom says I always have to keep a healthy saving. It'll kill me. Or she said she would at least burn all my books. My favorite one.
Ooh, mean mother.
I know. I can't believe she was. She's the worst. Okay, but fine. She's a nice person. Don't tell her I said this.
Okay. God, your swings are violent. You want the mass enfeeblement or you want obscure 3?
Okay, let me look at Obscure 3 one more time just to double check. I'm afraid that if we run into super dangerous enemies, like I'll be mass enfeebled and they'll be fine. That's a possibility, isn't it?
What?
If you use mass enfeeblement, will you be enfeebled?
No. No, it's
Oh, okay, that was the real issue. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be like at one strength and they're gonna beat me up.
you do not enfeeble yourself with mass enfeeblement.
Okay, cool. That's important. I will. Okay. I misunderstood one spell. I'm so sorry. I'll pay the 200 for the mass enfeeblement. You're amazing.
There's something very creepy about the little girl voice. I'll pay 200 for the mass enfeeblement.
I'm not a little girl. I just happen to have a high voice.
As the small Aegyl woman blushes and once again picks up and consumes a scroll of mass enfeeblement. 200 off that. So it's 780. Hey, 782 gil left.
Yay, thanks, old man, you're the best. I'm gonna go to bed immediately.
Anytime, bye. Oh,
Yay! Have a nice night. Light? Yeah.
and you're gone. After a few moments, you flap your way right back to home. And right in through your upper floor window. You going to sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You hit the sheets, and you immediately fall asleep because you're tired because it's late.
Yay!
Your health is restored to full. Your MP is restored to full. 8 hours pass. Next morning, you start to see the light just coming up on the horizon. You might be a little late.
I don't care. So, do you know if there's any breakfast downstairs?
Make a perception check.
Perception, perception. Wait, let me look at my perception. I can read. That's like a 1. So a 1d20 plus 1.
Yes.
Aww, I can.
You can't really smell
Oh,
anything.
I can't believe I don't know how to open up a cabinet.
No, that was just you like getting up in bed and just like smelling for food. You can go downstairs.
Oh no, I want to go downstairs.
Okay,
I'm gonna go
as you go
downstairs.
downstairs, your mother is making breakfast already.
Hallelujah. I couldn't smell the breakfast from upstairs. I was so worried you weren't gonna cook anything. Can I have some food?
Yes, absolutely, sure. Here,
Good morning,
and
Mom. Thank you.
oh yeah, there you go. And it's bacon, and it's a little bit of ham, and it's some fish. Uh, not all Aegyl consume meat, but as kind of a hunter family, you guys do.
Hallelujah.
There's some kind of some roasted grape tomatoes on it all, like
Yeah, Mom. You outdone yourself. Ah, food.
she
I
just
mean,
watches you
I
just
eat like a lady.
she just watches you air quotes eat like a lady, just shredding the meat apart.
So, how come you're up so early? You went to bed way late, just like me.
Sure, I got my hours. I'll,
You should go back to bed.
I'll be fine. I wouldn't want my daughter to miss out on the most important meal of the day on the day of her big raid.
Yay! I'm gonna come back alive no matter what it takes.
Just be safe.
I'll try more than anyone else on my team. For real, I'm gonna come back here.
Look, Maxwell can be a little bit of a loose cannon.
Do you think I should go or?
Oh, well, yes, of course. I mean, he already paid you.
You know, I just say I showed up and then turn invisible, you know? Say I was there. I could
Regardless,
Polaroid.
already you're gonna be late. Oh, you're so mean. That poor boy did all that he could. Don't you dare coin that phrase in this town.
I'm gonna use it. Don't worry, I'll only use it with people who don't know Lloyd. Like the team of people that are going on the mission.
It's a small town. They'll all know him. They're all from the church. Oh, Luma. She kind of like comes over and gives you a hug and just like pulls you in, just like shh, shh. Why do you have to be so mean to people? Especially poor Lloyd.
I'm not mean. Lloyd is wonderful. He even cured me and everything.
Now go, you're gonna be late.
I don't care.
Oh, my
But I'll
daughter.
go anyway because I love you.
Don't be punctual on my behalf. Be punctual because it's a good thing to be.
Okay. I fly off.
Wait, you forgot your cloak. You like got the
Oh,
big purple cloak.
yay! It's absolutely perfect.
And she helps you loop your wings through it. Okay,
Yay.
now go, 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 go.
Okay, bye, Ma.
Bye. And you fly off. And sort of at the edge of town on the southern tip, um, you find a group of Aegyl, probably 4 or 5 of them, kind of standing in a bit of a position. You're late.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. You said appear when the light does, and I happen to have the curtain in my house completely closed, so I didn't know it was light outside.
That was like
So
2 hours ago.
I said I was
At least you're
sorry.
not the latest. And after a couple moments, 3 or 4 more others show up. There we are.
Yes.
We all ready to do this?
Kinda.
He rolls his eyes.
I'm just want to come back alive. Who's with me?
We're all gonna come back alive.
That's
Besides, you're the
true.
caster. You've got the craziest stuff out of all of us.
Okay.
We're kind of counting on you. Oh, hope everyone had a good breakfast. It's a long flight.
I sure did.
If he kind of looks at you with like a bit of disgruntlement of like, don't you go bragging over your fucking breakfast.
Did you? Okay, okay, I'm not gonna brag.
Come on. And he turns to the
Yay!
canyon and he spreads his big ass wings, and you all spread your big ass wings. Luckily, none of you have the like clipped wing trait, where you can only glide and stuff. And you all take off down the canyon, hitting kind of the heat draft as you go, staying aloft, trying to conserve your energy. Um, Another like probably 2.5 hours goes by, gliding at your full flight speed before you see faintly off in the distance a little bridge, and just down the bridge all the way around you see a little plume of smoke on the horizon. We better hurry, we're gonna miss it. And you all kind of, with a bit of a hustle, you kind of flap a little bit harder, and you all glide your way down, and you arrive hovering around the bridge just as this large floating cylinder of steel with these interlocking components comes sliding across the bridge towards you. All right, we're coming in at the balconies. Get ready. 3, 2. You all dive bomb in, and we'll leave the session here, and we'll pick back up on the flip side of this when the party arrives at this point in time.
Okay, cool. Well, that was fun. I was so worried during the first fight.
What was that?
I'm still worried about my character.
You thought she
I'm
was
worried
gonna.
about the
You thought she was
team.
gonna get died. Get all died up all quick up in there, man.
I'm so worried.
Well, we'll see what happens, and we'll see who's on that train and what's going on that train tomorrow, this Saturday, in the proper session of Final Fantasy Pathfinder. Actually, now today, because it's the AM. But yeah, thank you for those who watched this. I'm going to be posting this up kind of between the uh, last session before the party got on the train and the session where the people party does get on the train, kind of as a contextualizing piece. But yeah, we'll see that when that happens. See everybody next time.
Yay!